select the puppies best suited to be guide dogs. The trainer called all of them over. Most of the puppies sprinted over at full speed, tails wagging, as if they wanted to write "Pick me" all over their faces. Only one was different. It sat there blankly, blinked, stared into the distance for a moment, then trotted over slowly. Its tail flicked gently, as if just remembering, "Oh right, they're calling me." Once it reached the trainer, it plopped straight down on the ground, looked up at him, and seemed to ask, "What do you want?" This slow, dazed-looking puppy ended up being chosen as one of the top candidates for a guide dog. Why? Because it was calm, composed, and unflappable, exactly the temperament a guide dog needs. And so, Little Q said goodbye to its first home and was sent to the guide dog training center. A year passed. Little Q had grown in size, but mentally, it was still like a little puppy compared to the others. It had been spoiled at home, used to tasty treats. When faced with plain kibble, it simply turned up its nose and kicked the food bowl away. During training, the other dogs listened carefully and followed commands obediently. But Little Q just lay down on the floor, completely unbothered, and refused to move no matter how much it was called. But the trainer didn't give up. He treated it with patience and encouragement. Gently stroking the birthmark on Little Q's belly, he said, "You're one of a kind." As if it understood, Little Q slowly began to cooperate. For the next week, it trained extremely seriously. The trainer thought to himself, maybe it's just a late bloomer. Then one day, something happened. The trainer had to step away for a moment. Before leaving, he told Little Question, "Stay right here. Don't move." And that's exactly what Little Q did. It lay down and waited and waited and waited some more. The trainer got busy with the other dogs and completely forgot about Little Q. It wasn't until another dog caught his attention that he suddenly remembered. Little Q was still in the exact same spot. It hadn't moved an inch. The trainer couldn't believe it. Little Q had done something incredibly rare. It had resisted its instincts and controlled its impulses, something even many humans struggle to do. On top of that, it had an outstanding memory. During street training, it remembered every curb, every turn, every step perfectly. The trainer grew more and more impressed. Finally, the big day arrived, the final guide dog qualification test. When the starting pistol fired with a loud bang, most of the dogs panicked. Some barked, some ran away. But not Little Q. It stayed calm and sat quietly in place. In that moment, everything was decided. Little Q became the very first dog to officially qualify as a guide dog. Soon after, it was paired with a blind man. Little Q had a new purpose. The beginning wasn't easy. The man moved stiffly and hesitantly, hesitating at every turn. He hadn't fully trusted Little Q yet. He only began to relax once they walked on familiar streets. But when a truck roared past, it scared him so badly that he broke into a cold sweat. Once, they came across an obstacle. Little Q stopped immediately, but the man insisted on moving forward and even blamed Little Q for leading him wrong. He ignored Little Q's warning again and ended up taking a hard fall.